Okay, so I never really planned on making any quote unquote serious content to upload on my channel. I don't really deal with drama too well, so I try to avoid it as much as possible. But considering it's pretty much unavoidable at this point and it affects some uh, people whose content has made me very happy in some dark times in my life. And if you can't guess by now, I'll quit being cryptic about it and say that I'm talking about Cinder and all of the VTubers that she affected. And if you don't know, I'm actually a fan of VTubers and have been a fan of YouTubers for a couple years now. Um, and it's part of the reason why I'm actually making this video. And it's it's honestly saddening to me to even mm, consider myself worthy enough to make a video about this stuff because obviously I'm a nobody on this platform, which is fine. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to make random dumb shit for people to laugh at and introduce people to cool mangas and stuff that I enjoy and get my mind off this insane world that we all live in. Um, but without further ado, excuse me, um, I want to kind of get into the thick of this video. So, yeah, and as I mentioned, I got into VTubers a few years ago and got introduced to like the whole culture and stuff like that through. And I know some people find this cringe to say, but I don't give a fuck. My Kami Oshi Akuma Nimene, aka Numi, who to her fans, which I am definitely a fan of. I am a Noomba through and through, from the tip of my horns to the bottom of my small ass gremlin feet. And because of her, I've gotten introduced in and be able to enjoy the content of so many other great VTubers, like Bao, for example, whose last stream was fucking heartbreaking. Shy Lily, who is not only, and again, I've never met any of these people IRL, and they have no clue who I am, and I doubt we'll ever even see this, but who is not only the most based fucking person on the planet, but also, from what I understand from through clips and the documentary that she did of her meet and greet and everything like that, she is the sweetest person on the planet. Cottontail, who is a different kind of sweet than the others, while also being incredibly unique, is the only word that comes to mind. Nano, who I am so proud of putting yourself out there and literally putting your career, your livelihood, everything on the line for and bringing to light this crazy ass shit that has happened to not only these people that I'm talking about, but to the fans and community members of Cinder and all of the other communities that are ran by these wonderful people. Buff Pup, uh, fucking Silvervale, so many names and documents and screenshots and just like holy shit. So I to make a long story short, I just wanted to say that coming from a nobody on the internet that is fueled by VTuber cringe degeneracy, it everything that it encompasses, and all the great people that are in it, as well as the few people that I consider my own personal close friends, that I would be devastated if they ever did. If I found out that they did something like that to me, like just, just the fact, like, oh, just thinking about it, and like, granted, I've had not this exact situation, obviously, but situations like these happen in my life, and even though it's not my place to do so, I would like to one give some advice, even though it's been said by so many people, to you, Cinder. No offense, or take offense. I really don't care. But leave your dude. He's steering you down the worst fucking path. Obviously. I don't like getting into people's relationships, and some people may even comment that do see this, saying this is a step too far, saying that. But to me, it's like I would say that to people in my own life, that if I saw that they were with someone that is not only destroying friendships, but destroying their own life in the process and fucking up their career and like so much. Um, Listening to and a little over an hour long stream of Bow breaking down all the comments on Twitter of people with disappointment and anger and grief and so many emotions. I mean, the photos of the destroyed merch, that I was, as much as I understood the people that did it, it was kind of hard for me to fathom that they did it at first, because it's like, and I'll wholeheartedly admit this, as much as I'm saying, Numi's Kamiyoshi and the rest of the girly pops are I'm huge fans of, and so I unfortunately have not been able to get merch and stuff like that. I'm mostly on YouTube. I don't really watch a lot of Twitch streams. I mostly get context on stuff that's going on with them and the channels and stuff through this platform, through YouTube, through clips or videos that they upload. And like all the clips that I'm sure, oh, I shouldn't even say clips, but genuine moments that millions upon millions of people have now basically been given the displeasure of the huge stain and mark you have left on them. Though it's not physical, you have scarred them for quite possibly life. And I'm not trying to speak for anyone that feels that or that feels sorry. Not that's not the wrong word. That's not the right word. Jesus, I'm stumbling over this. For all those affected, I'm not trying to speak for you, and to anyone in those communities that may think so, please don't take it that way. I'm not. I'm just quite literally putting in my 2 cents and my perspective from another fan of all of them, even her, not so much as not to the extent of say Numi or Bao, where like I listen to their music almost daily and watch their stuff every time every chance I get. Same with Vienna, same with Tricky, same with like Cotton, every Silvervale, like just the names and faces of all of these people. Obviously, it's their models, so they don't know them IRL, but all these people that you hurt for clout and cash. Clout and cash. Like, I know just that they say that money is the root of all evil. But to me, it seems like, at least in this scenario, jealousy and envy were attached to that. And I I'm not making this video to attack you, Cinder, and I'm not going over the documents and stuff like that. That's not what I'm making this for. So if you ever see this, which again I highly fucking doubt, but if you do see this, this is not attacking you. Now your man, on the other hand, yeah, I definitely, he, straight up, he's a piece of shit, and I don't care if my channel gets shadow banned or blacklisted or anything for me cussing and speaking the truth, but you deserve every piece of hate coming towards you, dude. And the fact that so far, anyway, we don't know, because obviously she has chosen to not go public with your guys' relationship fully, which is fine. It's entirely her choice. You know what? Let's just cut to the chase. Own up to your shit. Be an adult and move forward. Now to everyone that has been affected, I want to give you the biggest virtual hugs I can. Sorry for the angry face there for a second. My brain was too out of it to hit the toggle. I want to give you guys the biggest hugs and all the love I can. And want to say thank you for the inspiration to make my own content and pursue becoming a content creator. And I can never thank any of you enough for that. So from the bottom to the very fucking tippy top of my Oni heart, thank you. And God, my mind's going blank. And to and I know I'm kind of glossing over all of them with giving love and affection and stuff towards them, which again is not trying to be creep. It's just caring, supporting fan. But to kind of end this video on the most positive note that I can think of, and this is kind of specifically to Numi, because I know seeing all of your friends making statements on the situation and everything on their streams and in clips and on Twitter and God knows where else. I just want you to know that my life has changed for the better because of you. As much as you probably don't believe it, and you know, you self-doubt yourself a lot, you deserve every bit of what you have and 1,000 times more. And that goes for all of you that she unfortunately weaseled her way into knowing and campaigning around to be a friend to. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest and say to anyone that does see this in any of the VTubing communities that if you need someone to talk to, reach out. There's so many ways to do so. I personally did my own IRL reaching out to my wife, who, despite not really knowing anything really so much about the VTubing whole thing, other than listening some of Bao and Numi and a few others' music, um, she, she's amazing. They're all amazing. Um, and I want to say that to all of you guys, you're amazing, and you can push forward through this. And I'm going to do the same. I'm from the moment of this recording, I plan to fully immerse myself into the world of content creation and learning more about it and trying to, even if it doesn't go anywhere, for my own sanity and an attempt to be somewhat creative in the best way I know how to, with what little knowledge I have, to make a place for not only my friends and family IRL, but for anyone out there that needs a safe space to come and hang and chill. Um, and that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night whenever you see this. And I look forward to seeing you guys if you guys decide to stick with it and stick with me. I'm not gonna ask you to like, comment, and subscribe on this video because this isn't the video for that. If you're gonna go do that to all of them everywhere. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. Bye.